the trying to figure out how I want to say started, or what I what I'm trying to convey by what I say. Let me think. All right, I started. I've been watching Sonetta TV for the last 2 days with Zion Lex. I think the one of the Egyptian brothers that reads the Metanetia, whatever, and Garfield. And it's come to my attention that we don't have philosophers, thinkers. We have parrots. What do I mean by parrots? We have people that just regurgitate what they see or what they've heard or what they've was indoctrinated with. It could be Christian, it could be Egyptologist, it could be any number of people, right, in the quote unquote conscious community. And it comes to my attention that we rather dispute the validity of the books instead of what do they mean, right? That's what a philosopher does. He or she reads the material and then looks for the similarities or the importance of this in people's lives, right? You could go to any Jewish person and they would never dispute the life of Jesus Christ. They would just say he's not the Messiah. They're like, yo, he's a historical figure. The fact that they even say that they're Jews and we say that we're not Jews. When I say we, and when I'm always talking about we, I'm just talking about the conscious community, no matter who we are, from Egyptologists to Hebrew Israelites or Moors. Because that's really the only three things you could be unless you're an atheist. We just say, these things aren't real, they're fake. But there's literally people walking around today that say they are the people of the book outside of us. As a philosopher, you have to take that into account of how does that work? If the book is a lie, if the book is fake, and it's created by particular people, why are they going as far as saying that they are the particular people of the book if the book is a lie? And if the book is a lie, why do so many people have this book all over the world? A month ago, they just blew up a Christian church inside India. That means they're reading the Bible. That means they adhere to Christ. But we rather debate words. Oh, well, that word doesn't mean king. That word doesn't mean Messiah. Christ, that word is fake. His name wasn't even Christ. But at the same time, he wasn't real. We don't look for the validity in the story or who we even are or the path that we are trotting down. We rather debate the past and right now instead of saying, okay, how is this relevant to what we need to do? We have all these temples and not a one daycare for our children. We have all these temples and no schools for kindergarten to 12th grade. We have all these things that we profess to be, but we only open up schools to get paid money. How does that help? That's why I said most of these people are just parrots. You're just talking. You're just in a cage, and you're just saying whatever the master wants you to say. He whispers it to you every single day, and you repeat it. It goes for every single camp. Every single camp. If you're an Egyptologist, you're a Moor, you're an Israelite, you're in a camp. You're just in a different camp than the Israelites. If you're a Moor, you're just in a different camp. If you're an Egyptologist, you're a camp. You have a group of people that are not benefiting or creating a society that we can manifest or contribute to grow and become a economic powerhouse. None of you are doing it. Sonetta, Zion Lex, Divine Prospect, Asir Dugateers, Elder Rakar, Johanna, even the quote unquote comforter, Tazadakia. Nathaniel could go all around the world, start up churches, but I don't see him starting up any schools for the children. Why don't we focus on here first? I always post that scripture in Jeremiah where it tells you to build your own homes, schools, farms in captivity. But we say we followers of the Most High. We're followers of Christ. Christ says, any man that do the will of my Father. Jeremiah would be the will of the Father. I'm not any better. I'm still learning because I'm perceiving and evaluating what I see. What is actually happening. See, this is the thing. For me, it's about what's the most effective way to affect a community without strife, without debate, without bringing down someone else. By me saying this, things about all of these brothers from HOI, AOC, Sakari, GOCC, the Moors, the Egyptologists, the Amara Squad, Sonetta, Kingdom of Harbinger Ministries, even Nashi Chevelle. For me saying all of this, it's not to call them out or say that they're bad people or bad brothers or they don't know what they're doing, but it's a challenge to say, okay, we disagree. But we're getting hundreds of thousands of views on our YouTubes. We're getting hundreds of thousands of views all across the world. How do we manifest this? How do we get people from this to this, where we can have our own community and red pill, blue pill, and his brother their brother KT degree, or whoever, help people grow this into something exponential to where we are economically free. it's a challenge. You have to challenge the leaders into thinking in a different way instead of keeping us going on the same track that is not conducive or productive by just sitting on TV and arguing about characters from Egypt 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, when we're not even worried about our well-being right now. There's this thing that Christ says. He says, how can you say you love God if you don't even love the brother that you see every single day? That's powerful, because you say you love these characters from Hebrew to Sumerian to Egypt. You love these books from the Dead Sea Scrolls to the Book of the Dead to the Quran to the Bible. These are ancient books. You love them. But you're not willing to educate your own children. You're not willing to put women in powerful roles. I mean, the women can teach the children. They need jobs. They need work. They need something to do to feel like they are contributing to the nation. But we're not doing that. We just say it's not apt for a woman to teach. Okay, she can't teach in the temple, but it doesn't say she can't teach the children. If you don't got the time because you're on the street corner, or you're on YouTube debating someone, or you're on YouTube making classes, or you're creating up new curriculums to teach on YouTube, which is always the same stuff if you ever notice, let the women teach the children the way to go so that they can become new warriors on the path to freedom. The problem is we're all waiting for someone. The Egyptologists are not waiting for anybody. The Moors are not waiting for anybody. The only people that's waiting for people, which can really make a true difference out here, for me, is the Israelites, because you're more active. You're more in tune to I don't want to say that either, because I can't say that. I can't say you're more in tune. We have no philosophers, no thinkers, people that are saying, what's the moral point? What's the point of even debating something that all of us can find out if we was able to become an economic powerhouse and study without the worry or care of paying for a house or working for the Europeans to make ends meet. We got a long way to go.